Vaults, Unvaults, One Piece, and Chapter 4 Season 3. Oh my. What's up, everyone? Hello, and welcome to Two Nerds on a Couch. I'm Beth.
And I'm Thor.
The Chapter 4 Season 2's Week 7 hotfix is here, and we've got a bunch of information for you about the vaulted items, more upcoming cosmetics, and news about the next season. So buckle up as we get into it. There was a maintenance patch that got pushed to PC on Tuesday, and possibly all other platforms as well. Epic made a few balancing changes, added an OG weapon, and made a few tweaks to the storms. There have been a few balancing changes that have taken place and will honestly affect all modes. The Game Time Augment perk has been vaulted, which means no more pizza parties with the squad. The probability of finding chug splashes has also been reduced significantly by around 40%. These have been changed to try and prevent heal-offs. In case you missed it, Storm Circles 6 and 7 will move further into the storm as the safe zone shrinks. This results in some zones being partially in the storm and partially in the safe zone in most game modes. In this hotfix, Epic also changed Storm Circles 8 and 9, which will now begin to move 5 seconds earlier and travel a further distance. Plus, Storm Circle 12 will now take 20 seconds longer to close. Way back in Chapter 1 Season 4, Epic added the submachine gun and compact SMG. These have been in and out of the loot pool ever since. This week is no exception, as the OG SMG has been unvaulted yet again. This time, all rarities are available except for a mythic rarity. Interestingly enough, once you get the purple rarity, it remains a regular SMG and not the compact or P90 version. The only way to get the P90 version is through the exotic grab bag perk or from the double key locked chests. The unvaulted SMG can be found as floor loot, in hotspot drones, in chests, and from fishing. In the case of Team Rumble, you might also find them in supply drops. A few of the items possibly coming to the game soon could be a Firefly launcher, armored walls, drum shotguns, weapon attachment mods, and surfboards. The upcoming Star Wars collab is rumored to have a new weapon that is a mix between the E11 blaster and the pulse rifle. More information will be available for the 24.30 update. The weapon mods and surfboards might be a part of next season, however, but we'll go over some of those leaks later in this video.
Just a heads up, the Kid Leroy quest ends very soon, so if you're looking to still get the loading screens, sprays, and music packs, definitely jump into the Kid Leroy Islands ASAP, as they will be leaving on the 27th of April. In other quest news, for this week, Part 3 of the Syndicate quests have been released and dives into a bit more of the story. The Week 7 quests are available as well and have you putting up some posters, taking headshots with the Cobra DMR, and possibly a couple of storyline things also. There are more Trials quests this week as well, called the Postcard Tour Trials, which have you traveling around the map. Just as a reminder, the Lantern Quest items should be rewarded later this week due to a mess up that didn't allow players to finish the quest. This is also true of the Coachella Quest items. There were supposed to be quests related to the Playwave Islands in Creative, but as of this recording, those quests have not gone live, and there is no word yet about when or if they will go live. In a previous video, we mentioned that there was an upcoming questline codenamed Habanero. It seems you will be able to track your friend's progress on the challenges, as well as having some UI elements like a separate tab that could be enabled through a hotfix. We're taking a stab in the dark here, but this could be related to the possible upcoming Doctor Who collaboration taking place later this year. It might also be for the Star Wars collab happening with the next downtime update. In either case, we will continue to keep track of this information, so stay tuned to our channel by subscribing and ringing that bell to be notified when that video goes live for your viewing pleasure.
You might have already heard this, but in case you missed it, Clix was banned for 2 weeks this past weekend for teaming during a solo Cash Cup tournament. This means that the rest of FNCS Major 2 is definitely out of the question for Clix, and possibly more. What are your thoughts on this ban? Do you think it was justified? Or do you want to hashtag free Clix? Let us know in the comments. On a much lighter note, here's something that's pretty different in the world of competitive Fortnite. A group of streamers called Side Quests run various charity streams. SideQuest have been putting together a series of tournaments that will take place each Saturday in May, consisting of solos, duos, trios, and squads. The prize pool is 10k V-Bucks. This is a PC-only tournament benefiting St. Jude, and since it is for charity, they are asking participants to donate $5 per person. This donation goes directly to St. Jude, who helps kids fight cancer. For more information on this set of tournaments, we've included a link in the description and as part of the pinned comment. The lock-on pistol that was released last week is now available in competitive game modes. You can find lock-on pistols as floor loot and in chests. It will be interesting to see if people use this weapon in comp, as there is a definite lens flare or glint that can alert enemies that they are being targeted. A huge and needed change has taken place with UEFN for Creative 2.0 Islands. You can now earn XP on UEFN maps based on time played. You can go through and explore all kinds of maps and earn XP. What kinds of maps are your favorites? If we made a map, what would you like to see from us? There was a maintenance patch to fix a few issues in Creative 2.0 or UEFN. This patch should fix the commandlet failed errors and issues where projects would get stuck preparing. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the update for UEFN, which will also update the Fortnite client. Something that is sort of related to Creative are the LTMs that Epic used to have. Does anyone else miss the LTMs like Food Fight, Disco Domination, 50v50, The Floor is Lava, or any of the others? Which LTMs were your favorite? Would you prefer to play these on whatever the current Battle Royale island is? Or would you be okay with these LTMs moving to creative spaces? Let us know in the comments.
There is a huge change to Fortnite Crew Pack. Starting now, Fortnite Crew is getting a boost. In addition to the Fortnite Battle Royale Battle Pass, 1,000 V-Bucks every month, and a new monthly Crew Pack featuring exclusive items, the Fortnite Crew subscription now includes a bonus, Rocket Pass Premium in Rocket League. Enjoy being a Fortnite Crew member even outside of Fortnite. If you had already bought a Rocket League Seasons Rocket Pass Premium before subscribing to Fortnite Crew during that season, a one-time 1,000 credits, Rocket League in-game money, return will be applied to your account. For anyone that watched FNCS Major 2 Week 2 in Legends Landing, you should receive a tie-dye drift emoticon over the next few days. Just as a reminder, all drops from Major 2 are through watching on the Legends Landing creative map. Here's what's available as the drops. We've got the map code in the notes below. Speaking of FNCS, it's rumored that the new FNCS set of cosmetics could be reskinned versions of Aura and her items. With roughly 1 week from the time of this recording left until the next downtime update, we still have a couple cosmetics that are probably coming in a few days. The May Crew Pack will likely be Dahlia, as they are part of the Week 7 poster quest. They are also part of the Triarch Nox storyline and one of the island's newest NPCs. Expect an announcement on this for the next day or two. Sir Wolf, aka Wendell, should be coming in the next few days as well, since leakers uncovered their files during the downtime for 24.20. Wendell has a little squirrel friend and a built-in emote with that squirrel. They're so cute. Thank you so much to anyone using code 2nerds on a couch in the item shop to get any of these cosmetics and the Fortnite Crew. We really appreciate your support. In the not too distant future, we could see a few new cosmetics related to next season, a Last of Us collab, and One Piece? Nani?
Epic has started working on a set codenamed Power Farmer, which could be a new version of Farmer Steel. Or it could relate to a survey skin that has a few similarities with Farmer Steel. This set will have a backbling, pickaxe, and glider with it. It seems that Deadeye will be getting a reskinned version with glitch effects. This could either mean a whole new skin or a new style added to the already existing skin. Some files were added for the cloak's physics in the 24.20 update. Will this be released soon, or will Epic wait until closer to Fortnitemares? According to data miners, Epic is working on a remix of Cozy Chops, codenamed Shark Suit Strip. Based on various cosmetic surveys, there is one that fits pretty closely with the design that Sharktooths originally came up with when they created Cozy Chops. Wenzo has also found that work has been done on a new set for the squad Origins. Epic recently added textures for the female skins, which are believed to be Chapter 2 versions. The squad Origins set is currently commemorating each season of Chapter 1. The new set would take this idea for Chapter 2 and base each look on a season. Most recently, textures were added for a Chapter 2 Season 2 style. These will likely be really popular. Donald Mustard, Chief Creative Officer at Epic Games, recently attended the Sands International Film Festival and hosted a panel about storytelling. At this panel, several questions were asked about the future of Fortnite and possible collabs. One of the collabs mentioned was Last of Us. With the video game series being incredibly popular on PlayStation systems, and the show adaptation being one of the most watched series on HBO, it's not too far of a stretch to imagine that Epic would like to collaborate with the creatives behind Last of Us to introduce Joel, Ellie, and possibly others to the world of Fortnite. This is not a confirmation, but it does mean there is a small chance that it could come to the game. If it did, we're guessing it would be closer to the timing of Season 2 for the show to help build up hype. So that means we've got at least a year before this could be confirmed or denied. Something a little closer would be the upcoming rumored Doctor Who collab. We covered this a bit with one of our previous videos, but just as a reminder, it would likely be a Battle Pass style event with tons of free rewards, temporary map changes, temporary loot pool changes, and have some creative islands associated with it.
According to leakers, Epic is working on 3 sets that all have the same codename prefix, Parrot. These 3 items will be related to each other in some way, and all will at least have a back bling as part of their set. 2 of them will also have a pickaxe, while the 3rd item will have a glider with it. If we were to take a guess based on some of the past surveys, these are the skins in question. If it's not one of these survey skins, it could either be a big set or it could possibly be for a future collaboration. Speaking of possible collabs, One Piece is by far one of the biggest anime with tons of potential in the world of Fortnite. If next season is a little more about water and the tropics, as hinted by the upcoming surfboards, then it is also a possibility that Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hat crew are coming to the Battle Royale. Right now, there isn't any solid evidence for this, but it's based purely on the next season's theme and collabs that we've had in the past. Plus, we've already had some of the most popular anime come to Fortnite, with Naruto, Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, and Attack on Titan. Now, you wouldn't want to leave the world's longest running and arguably most popular anime out of that list.
This next section is going to talk about information data miners and leakers have found out about Chapter 4 Season 3. So if you aren't entirely ready for that information yet, go ahead and skip to the next section of this video. We'll give folks some time to skip ahead, okay? Alright, now for those who have stuck around, let's talk a little bit about what we currently know about Chapter 4 Season 3. Most of what leakers have found are about the biomes and various plant life of Season 3. There could potentially be a new volcano soon, as tons of stuff point to this being the case, with the cracks around the middle of the map, hot springs in the newest section of the map, and the patterns of the past. In Chapter 1, there were hot springs in the desert biome before there was a volcano. If we're following certain patterns, then it is also likely that we will have a new jungle biome as well, and this is slightly confirmed with a texture pattern that has been found in the files. Palm trees and cactuses, or is it cacti, have been found in the files as well. A new ground type for these areas would be mud, which would slow you down. Vehicles are being scripted with a check to see if you are driving on mud. It will slow it down or lose traction, similar to how vehicles slip on ice. Some of the possible codenames for the Battle Pass cosmetics are Cindermax, Crisp Rover, Loud Phoenix, Ripped Harvester, Silent Tempo, and Zircon Sweep. A couple of leakers have put together some concepts of their take on next season. Fitzy Leaks made a teaser video for their concept of Chapter 4 Season 3. Chief Acko also made a concept. With just over 5 weeks of this current season remaining, we shall see how close their concepts are. Let's come back to some of the random or miscellaneous information for this season and the closer future of Fortnite. Epic has added version 24.30 to the staging servers, which means we are likely to see the next downtime update on May 2nd. This is also when the brick harvesting numbers should go back to normal.
In other random news, we've got info on the Apple versus Epic appeal. Back in 2020, Apple and Google booted Fortnite off their app downloads. This isn't as big of a deal with those with Android mobile devices, as they can sideload Fortnite onto those devices. This has been a huge problem for anyone using Apple OS, however. Apple products don't currently allow for sideloading, and this put Epic in a bad position since a large number of players have lost out on playing Fortnite on mobile. Epic tried to appeal the previous court decision, but unfortunately they lost the appeal. Tim Sweeney is definitely not giving up this fight, as it not only would help Epic Games, but other app creators as well. Even though Epic has been fighting this issue, they haven't given up helping other creatives. Recently, Epic Games acquired a Brazilian game studio, name seen here, and will now be operating under the name Epic Games Brazil. Expect great things from this new team, integration in content and social experiences. And with that, today's video is a wrap. That was a lot of information, and we appreciate you sticking around to the end. Since you made it to the end of this video, consider punching that like button. Thank you so much. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, have any questions or concerns, please let us know in the comments down below.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use code 2nerds on a couch in the item shop, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!